Yeah. Pulse my hair, because I need at least one thing to be beautiful. And it sure is not going to be the space behind me. So I was planning to start this week's video with a very happy "we bought a house" announcement, but then we didn't, because the sellers of this house that we are trying to buy just chickened out last moment. And with this I really mean last moment, as in we were sitting there waiting for the contract to arrive in the mail and we were ready to sign it. And then instead of the contract we got a message from the real estate agent saying they have cold feet and they are going to need 2 weeks to think about it. So now here we are, and I was just trying to do all kinds of DIY jobs in the hallway over there, but I just can't seem to focus. So I've decided to just take a little break, and I just want to take some time to first of all regroup a little bit, and I also want to take some time to gather my thoughts, and I want to share some of my thoughts that I have with you guys, because I have actually learned something very interesting in the last couple of months, and this is something that has been tremendously helpful for me when I was dealing with all of these difficult things that happened. Before I'm going to talk about my thoughts and my feelings about all of this though, I want to do something a little bit more joyful and light-hearted. So I want to show you all kinds of beautiful things that we have found when we went thrifting in Sweden. And I also want to talk about a very interesting new project that I am about to start working on very soon. Not quite right now though, because there are a couple of other things that I need to finish first in here and also in the hallway over there. But I want to use my excitement for this new project as a motivation to finish all of these things, because I do have to say that I'm procrastinating on the last couple of things that I still need to do. So I'm going to need something to motivate me, and this new project is going to be it. So we are going to dive into what this new project is all about in this video, and this also means that I want to show you a very big space that we have in this farmhouse up here on the 2nd floor actually, that I haven't shown you before, and you know, there's a reason for it. So I'm going to share all of the plans that I have for this space, and I'm also going to give you a full before tour of everything. Right now though, let's just jump into all of the thrifted gems that we found in Sweden first.
Hi! Zijn jullie nieuwsgierig? Er hangt toch een beetje gras uit je mond.
Now the first thing that I want to show you is this beautiful blue suitcase.
And this is a really nice suitcase.
That is definitely well used and well traveled and well loved, but you can still see how beautifully made this suitcase actually is. Because of the niftiness of the handle and these beautiful golden initials, and everything still works. And then this is something that Rogier bought at a flea market in Denmark. Now I don't think that I would have bought this candle holder, but I do have to say that I really like it. And I think it is because of the white ceramic flowers. And then we have this set of 2 beautiful drawings. And what I really love about this is again the wear and tear, because they lived an entire life before I found them. And I think it is extraordinary that it is still a set of 2. And then this is a little oil lamp, a very old antique little oil lamp. And I just love everything about this. I think it is so delicate and beautiful and different. Right now, this is definitely one of the most beautiful things that I own. And I think that this lamp is going to stay with me until the day that I die. And then I found these two beautiful little pillowcases. Now the first one I really like because it has a beautiful piece of lace. And then the second one I like even more because there are these handmade blue initials on it. And again, you know, this just tells a story of past lives that have been lived. And it made me realize that some of the things that I make might be around in 200 years from now too. And then there is this spool that once belonged to a spinning wheel, or at least that's what I think it is. And it is yet another example of craftsmanship and something that was handmade by somebody who poured time and energy and love into doing that. And then this is the painting that I told you guys about in my last video. The painting that we bought for the house that we do not own yet. And I really love this painting because it is so peaceful, but I also see a little bit of longing. And I also think that the colors are so beautiful. So now if you have followed along for a while, you know that the last couple of months weren't easy at all. And there's one thing that I have learned because of a video that I found on YouTube actually. And in this video a monk talked about what Buddha had to say about dealing with grief. And Buddha said that if you want to deal with grief in a good way, you need to face the reality first. And what I've noticed is that just doing this works really well in all kinds of different situations. So it is not just something that works when you are dealing with grief. And it really helped me to make sense of things because it allowed me to just take a step back from all of the things that I was feeling. Now the first thing that I've learned is that responding is something completely different than reacting, because reacting is something that you do because you are completely overwhelmed with all of the things that you feel and then you just do something without thinking about it. Responding though is something that you can only do when you truly know who you are in a certain situation, and then when you know who you are, you can respond accordingly. And this is just a completely different way of handling difficult things. So right now, when something difficult happens and when I feel overwhelmed with all kinds of emotions, I just try to take a step back. And then I try to figure out, you know, what is this really all about? Because usually, and this is a second thing that I've learned, usually there's something underneath all of the emotions. And, you know, trying to figure out what this is for me has helped me a lot. And in the case of this house, you know, the sellers all of a sudden dropping out, basically, just made me realize that I have used this house, the new house, and this dream of the future as a little bit of a band-aid for all of the pain and the hurt that I've felt because of losing my old house. And you know, especially the last week has been really difficult because I've spent a lot of time in my old house because there were all kinds of things that I needed to do. Man, boy, I just feel so overwhelmed with all of these emotions, and I'm really trying to focus on what is important. And you know, this is just facing the reality. The reality is very harsh because I wasn't planning to leave this house in a state that it is right now. It's so sad and dirty and broken, and I really need to focus on the fact that it is not about the house itself. It is about what the house has been for me, and it's not about the walls of this house, you know.
There has been a really big leakage over here in the corner, and the housing department has fixed it, but they also broke all kinds of things whilst doing it. And you know, there are still things in here that aren't mine, that I need to take out. The windowsill is gone. My bed is gone. I still need to take this cabinet apart, but the key is missing, so I might need to get rid of it, because I don't know. It's I don't know what I want to do with this piece of furniture. Not this one, but the other one behind it. I mean, do you guys remember how much time and energy I spent on just exposing all of these beautiful bricks? And then, when it was finished, the day after it was finished, I left. I don't know what happened to my cute, adorable little cat curtain. Because right now there is just this piece of cardboard screwed to my door. Everything is just ridiculously dirty. And then when you go up the stairs, you have workspace, bathroom, baby room, and a laundry space. A very dark little space underneath the roof that still looks exactly the same as the day when I moved in, because I never touched this space. Yeah, it's it's still full of toys. All of these things are just left behind, and it's just so sad. Maybe I can just bring this to the thrift store, you know, and then some other little boy is going to be very happy with this. These things, just, I don't know, they just need to go somewhere. They need to go to a new happy place. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's another little thing. The only thing nice about this bathroom is the doors that I made myself. Although I never completely finished these doors, so that's a bit of a shame. And the bathroom is actually the saddest, most depressing bathroom ever. There is a box. That's something that I can probably use. Now, I once turned this little room into a really nice little gaming room for my youngest son, and I made this really nice little seating area for him over here. That is now gone. So yeah, I don't know where it went, but it's not here anymore. It's just missing. Which could be something to feel upset about, you know, because why would you take something down that somebody else made in a house that isn't yours? But I'm just going to try to focus on the positive side of things, and this is that I don't have to take it down, so it is going to save me a lot of work. And then after my son moved out, I have always used this room as my little wood storage space. So that's what it has been for the last couple of years. Oh, yeah. Greenhouse. That's what I see is in.
No.
Yes.
No.
A Swedish greenhouse.
No.
With Swedish tomatoes. Swedish cucumber. Really nice. Okay, so I guess that this is what is left from my pot with geraniums that I had next to my front door. Okay, so here we go. This is it. Done.
I do think that I lost my way a little bit and I allowed myself to disappear into the future. It is very important for me to just get back into truly just being here, you know. I really need to be present in the here and now. Especially also because there are so many positive and amazing and beautiful things around me right here and right now. So yes, it is crazy that just watching one single video on YouTube can have such a big impact on somebody's life. And it also made me realize that creating YouTube videos is kind of a big responsibility to have, you know, because things that you share impact other people too. And I've also noticed that ever since I've started to share a little bit more about how I feel and about the thoughts that I have, you guys have responded in a very different way to my videos too. And a lot of you guys have shared a lot of personal things and feelings and thoughts yourselves, and this has been really helpful to me because a lot of things that you guys say are so true. And it isn't always easy to read all of these things, but it truly helps me to connect to the reality. Yes, I do think that right now I am ready to get back into all kinds of projects in here, because I've reconnected to my excitement about the here and now, and you know, I do feel very excited about just finishing all kinds of things, and definitely also about starting this new project. So do you guys want to know what this new project is all about? So this is going to be a very real and messy, we have turned Rogier's bedroom into a dumping ground and now we have to fix it because his girlfriend is moving in situation. So let's go take a look and just bear with me, okay? Because we are going to turn this space into something amazing. So you have to look past all of the things that you probably aren't even going to see because it's so dark in here. But, you know, we are at least going to try.
Okay, so these are actually a couple of pieces of trim that I pulled out of this room because I want to change this purple one for a green one, because all of the other ones are green too. And this is just annoying the hell out of me. So this is going to be a little project that we need to do in the hallway, together with a whole bunch of other things. Anyway, when you walk into this room, you walk straight into a very big canopy bed, and it is blocking all of the light. And you know, this is the only window that we have in this entire space. So this is not going to work. And this means that the bed is coming out, and it is going to be replaced by something that we have already started to create over here. And it is a bed made out of pellets that we actually found for free somewhere in an industrial area that we went to because we needed to bring some things to the dump. And then there they were. And so now we do still have a couple of pallets downstairs that we need to cut to size, because we are going to make it a little bit bigger. And I do think that I also want to make some sort of a headboard. Now this light that we have over here is something that I do really like, and I even think that there's another one. And then when you turn around to the other side of the room, we have this terribly red painted wall and then this bright purple cabinet in front of it. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this. You guys, I just... yeah. I want to paint all of this. I want to paint the wall in a different color and the cabinet too. And I also think that I want to change out the handles. And I also want to hang all kinds of beautiful things on this wall. Something like this would be really nice, because this is such a nice fit for a farmhouse style bedroom. And I think that this is what is missing right now, you know, the farmhouse feel. It's just not here. Now this little piece of furniture is something that I do like,
It is something that we bought at a flea market.
But it might be a better fit for the living room. So this is something that I have to think about, especially also because there's also another cabinet over here on the other side. And this one is also really nice. You can't really see it though, because it is behind a really big pile of stuff. And this is our little, we don't know where to put things because we have too many things. Now the only thing that I feel when I look at the corner like this is panic, because this is just, it's too much for me. The things in here are also so big, you know, like this couch. What are we going to do with it? And then there's just a whole bunch of stuff over here, you know, a lot of pillows and a statue over there in the corner and another cabinet with all kinds of books in it and random things on top. And then there's also this wooden chair that I do like, but I also think that it needs to move somewhere else. Now this is just a pillow straight from the 90s. You know, why is it still here? We don't know. And then we have a chair over here that is the thing that keeps the doors closed that lead into Rogier's walk-in wardrobe. And this is just to keep the cats out. So we might need to figure out something a little bit more convenient than having a chair here. As in, maybe we need to add something that is going to keep the doors closed in a normal way. And you know, the closet was something that you guys already saw in another video that I made. It is really nice, but it could use a little bit of a cleanup. Oh, and there is the other light that I was talking about. So this is going to be a keeper. All of the other things though need to go. Except for this wood stove that I don't think actually works. So yes, I do think that it would be nice to try to get this into a working order, because I think it is nice to have a fire in the bedroom. And then there are all kinds of pieces of trim over here in the corner. So this needs to move somewhere else too. And then we have this cabinet over here that I do have to say I quite like, because this is the cabinet that I use for all of the bed linens. And because of that, it is also the only organized area in this in this room, because you know, I'm the one who is doing the laundry and I can't put the folded laundry into a messy cabinet now, can I? So yes, this is nice and this is going to stay here, although it might move to a different side of the room. The ceilings are also really high, so I think with a little bit more light and some different colors and a lot less mess, this definitely has the potential to be a really nice and cozy and fun bedroom. So this wall is going to be painted in a different color and it is going to be a lot more bright. The same for the cabinet. I'm not going to tell you what the colors are going to be though, yet, because I do want to keep a little bit of a secret. So to be continued on all of those things.